Hello and welcome to Afris Concept TV, where we give you the latest news, gist, and gossips. And now to the news of today. The headline: the different factions of Ipob insurgents tormenting Nigeria's southeast. And now to the news in proper. Terrorists suspected to be members of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafrã, Ipob, have continued to perpetrate all forms of attacks in southeast Nigeria. The emergence of rival factions among the group members is contributing to the insurgency. The armed wing of the separatist group, Eastern Security Network (ESN), has been at the forefront of armed conflict to secure the southeastern region's independence from Nigeria and create an independent state of Biafrã. This comes decades after the first declaration of the Biafra Republic led to a devastating civil war between 1967 and 1970 and eventually failed. Most of the recent attacks by Ipob and ESN fighters have resulted in the murder of state security personnel and civilians. The attacks have targeted police stations, markets, and other public properties, including Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) offices and custodial centers. May 22nd, 11 people, including a pregnant woman, Harira Jibril, and her 4 kids, were killed in the Yoruba and Onitsha areas of Anambra. The incident triggered public outrage and led to the government declaration of curfew in 7 local government areas of the state. The genesis: though declared a terror group in 2018, Ipob was founded in 2012 by Nnamdi Kanu, who had spoken at various gatherings threatening Nigerian authorities. At various times, he referred to Nigeria as a zoo, urging his loyalists to take up arms against the state. "We need guns and we need bullets. It is either Biafra or death," he said in a 2017 interview. While Kanu is currently standing trial for treasonable felony, unlawful possession of arms and illegal importation of broadcast equipment at the Federal High Court in Abuja, Ipob has continued to enforce an illegal sit-at-home curfew every Monday to protest its continued incarceration. The weekly sit-at-home protests with substantial compliance means schools are shut to avoid endangering pupils, and that socio-economic activity are often suspended. Moreover, the intensity of violence associated with secessionist agitation has also been met with the excessive militarized response of the state security forces. The factions: though Ipob claims that its preferred strategy for achieving self-determination is through a referendum and periodically calls on its members for symbolic marches across cities, Kanu had repeatedly fed his followers with inflammatory messages through his broadcast on Ipob's Radio Biafra. The messages have led to attacks on panel platforms such as Ohaneze, with Ipob members beating ex-Deputy Senate President of Nigeria, Ike Ikwe-Imadu, at a cultural event center in Germany. The separatist group was later divided in 2020 following a disagreement between Kanu and his deputy, Uche Mefo, over how the group is run. Mefo resigned after he was said to have repeatedly warned Kanu to respect human rights in the agitation for Biafra. After he resigned from Kanu's Ipob, Mefo floated a new radio station called Biafra Human Rights and Freedom Radio, saying the radio aims to defend the rights of Igbos being violated by Kanu's Ipob. However, SB Modern Intelligence, a geopolitical research agency, reported that Mefo's resignation from Ipob had to do with money. The report said Kanu forced him out after a faction of the UK chapter led by Mefo asked for an account of funds raised. Following that request, Kanu abolished the position of deputy leader, but many members of the UK chapter remain loyal to Mefo, who many see as a better organizer than Kanu. Part of the report read: Mefo joined ex-Niger Delta militant leader Asari Dokubo in March 2021 out of the blue to announce the creation of the Biafra de facto customary government, BCG. Mefo, who identified himself as BCG's spokesperson, said Dokubo is the leader, citing injustice on the Igbos by Kanu group as the reason for the new government. Reacting to killings that marred the Southeast in the last few months, Mefo wrote on Facebook that Kanu's Ipob has turned into a killer group, competing with the rogue element in the Nigeria security forces in outdoing each other, in committing crimes against civilian population in the southeast. Like previous cases of reckless killings by terrorists in the region, IPOB denied the involvement in the recent killing of Harira and her children. We have always said that the terrorists were imported into Biafra land to commit the ongoing atrocities, all in an attempt to discredit our struggle, demonize IPOB and proscribe it, then lobby and bribe Britain to tag us a terror group, with the hope to stop our march to freedom, IPOB spokesperson Imma Powerful had claimed. So who are the killers? Like Kano's Radio Biafra and Mefo's BHFR Radio, there is another online station as the Enter Biafra Freedom Awareness Channels, a propaganda website and online broadcast station managed by Simon Ekpa. Ekpa is a self-acclaimed disciple of Kano who rose to prominence in July 2021. The Finland-based agitator was announced as the lead broadcaster of Radio Biafra following the rearrest of IPOB leader by Nigeria's government. He was, however, disengaged 2 weeks later for his refusal to sign Radio Biafra's rules of engagement. Despite the announcement of his disengagement, Ekpa wouldn't back down, and he has since been using social media to spread misinformation and instigate violence. Human Angle learned that Ekpa also has his fighters known as autopilots, and they have been accused of being responsible for the rise in terror activities in the region. There is, however, another fighter group known as DOS, headed by ex-IPOB Directorate of State Chika Edozim. The group has also been accused by autopilot of being behind killings in the troubled region. Edozim was sacked by Rabbi Charles, who supposedly has Kano's backing. Kano's family has warned Ekpa to cease using the name or the image of Kano in his broadcast or fundraising activities. Now, who controls ESN? Human Angle learns from multiple sources within IPOB that by the structure set up by Kano at the inception of ESN, the Combat Force was not designed to take instructions from IPOB coordinators. Kano is said to be the supreme commander of ESN, and no other person is empowered to give orders to the military. The fierce struggle for power within IPOB's hierarchy has inevitably opened Pandora's box of insurgency in the region. Well, I think that if they are fighting for this thing and they are not being violent about it, nobody would have had the chance to accuse them that they are the ones that actually killed Harira and her 4 children. So they have to fight for this thing in a non-violent manner, not trying to say by fire, by force, is either Biafra or death. That means you want to be violent. And even though you are not the one that tried to kill Harira and her children, they would accuse you because you are being violent as well. So it is better to just be non-violent about this. And nobody would accuse you because they would clearly see that you are not violent about what you are fighting for. For my listeners, what do you think? Kindly leave your thoughts in the comment section. And do not forget to like, to share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.